What is poppin', my people? This is Josh, and I'm here to read this. The infamous Supergirl Gripper Cup that is turning social media into a bunch of middle schoolers. Needless to say, this cup has aroused a lot of conversation on the internet. Not all of it suitable, so without further ado, let's get to the lab. For starters, this is a gripper style cup, which means it has Supergirl branding, but it's wrapped in a grippy piece of rubber that's supposedly shaped to look like her leather jacket. The cup itself was manufactured by Snapco, like all gripper cups, and it comes with a couple different toppers. Mine came with Lobo here. It holds 32 ounces of fluid, and there's actually a lot more here to talk about other than its movability. For example, this seems to be an AMC exclusive. I couldn't find it at Marcus, Regal, or Cinemark, and I couldn't find it at any of my smaller theaters. So if you pick this thing up from your local AMC, it'll run you $25 plus a few dirty looks from people. Speaking of dirty looks, let's get to the quality. There's actually quite a few textures at play here, in addition to the rather unfortunate rubbery texture of the leather jacket. There's also a nice grippy texture on the Supergirl emblem and on the blue part of the cup as well. And unlike the Mortal Kombat grippers, the topper on this one actually snaps securely into place and sits flush with the lid. The only disappointment here is the topper itself. What I got was Lobo, which is great because I love the character, but the quality of the topper is not the best. It reminds me of a cheap Happy Meal toy, and they didn't even bother to attach Lobo's weapon to his hand. The scythe came separately, and you had to snap it into his hand yourself. Now, anybody who's played with G.I. Joes knows what a big problem this is. If his thumb breaks, he can't hold his weapon, and even with his thumb, the scythe is held very loosely. So I could see the scythe falling out and getting lost pretty easily. It would have been nice to see the topper come as a single piece, but that's a fairly small gripe. As far as practicality goes, this is definitely more practical than the Power Sword Zipper. I've always liked these gripper cups because as someone with a disability, it's nice to have a lid that snaps on securely and a straw pass-through. It means I'm less likely to spill my drink. It's also a nice feature for parents who might buy this for their kids. The other nice thing about this cup is that despite the weird texture, it fills the hand up nicely. Quality-wise, my only gripe is that, like the Lobo bucket, I'm concerned that the rubber of the jacket will break down in human environments. But there's an additional problem here. If you use this as a drinking utensil, your hand's gonna rub up against the rubber of the jacket and hasten the breakdown. So I guess my advice here would be if you use the gripper cup, either wear protection when you're using it, or be very gentle. Now for the section that I have to get through without getting flagged by YouTube. The X Factor, and this is where I hate having a speech impediment because I really need to enunciate that word clearly. X Factor. I had a professor that used to say when you're about to launch a product, show it to a 12-year-old boy, and if they burst out laughing, you got a problem. I don't know if they were trying to go viral the same way the Dune Bucket went viral, but the reality here is there's nothing ultimately problematic. People have blown this way out of proportion. The texture of the jacket is, let's say, unfortunate because it makes the leather look veiny, and the color is also equally unfortunate. But that's about it. I don't see it, but apparently a lot of people do. But because of the social media hype, and because of the low quality of the topper, this cup is a pass for me on the basis of X Factor alone. I hope you enjoyed today's video. You'll never know how hard certain parts were to record with a straight face. But the reality is, the Supergirl Gripper is not as risque as people are pretending. It's a perfectly fine theater collectible if you're into that sort of thing. But then again, if you're into that sort of thing, I don't want to know. Like the video if you like to share on YouTube. If you're really nice to subscribe and join the Bucket Brigade today, thank you again. Hey guys, just want to let you know we're doing another giveaway here on Bucketheadzz. From now until the end of July, if any of my videos or shorts get over 10,000 views, I will select one of those comments on the first video or short that gets 10,000 views, and I'll send you this gripper and topper absolutely free. You just have to be somewhere in the US. There are a couple rules. I'll be filtering out duplicate commenters, and I won't be looking at responses, and I'll be selecting the commenter at random. So just keep that in mind. No need to spam all my videos. But if you want to win this cup, all you have to do is share the video. Hopefully you'll get more views. Comment, and make sure to watch all my content. It's been really fun, and I hope to keep growing the channel. See you around.